we're going to start off with some rubbing alcohol. We're going to rub that all over, sped this up for you don't have to, deal with it. Then we got milk and magnesia. We're going to put that all over, and of course you want to wait for it to dry after you apply it everywhere that your tape is going to touch. And if you have any excess, any of that crusties, wipe it off. And as you can see, I already have my nipple guard, so we're ready to go. I use 4 strips for this technique. 2 are 3 sections and 2 are 2.5 sections. The reason one is longer than the other is because you want the longer strip to actually overlap the smaller one. So that way you don't have those rolled edges, because TransTape doesn't really stick super great to itself. So you want to make sure it touches your bare skin on either side of the smaller piece. You'll see that after I go to apply my second piece. Right now I'm still applying the first one. You want to put that anchor down, really rub it in there, make the adhesive act up, you want that sticky stuff. So as you can see, I'm slowly kind of guiding. I'm trying to keep my shoulder down as much as I can. You don't really lift it, it's just you might want to instinctually, if that's a word, you might want to lift your arm up, but that's actually gonna hurt you in the long run, because it's gonna overstretch the tape, so that when you put your arm down, you're gonna get a bunch of wrinkles, and that gets itchy and uncomfortable. So I'm putting down the anchor for the second strip. As you can see, it's close to the first one, but it is a little bit closer to my tattoo, because it is overlapping the shorter one. And as you can see, it goes past the smaller one again. That way it's making contact with my skin on either side. So, alright, so pretty much it's the same process for the other side. I sped it up. I sped up the first one, but whatever. So rub it like that is to kind of get that friction going, to activate the adhesive before I even put down the anchor. I found for me that that's the easiest way to really get it going. I don't like it to touch the tattoo on my chest. I like to have that tattoo full on display. I don't really care to hide one, but what you can do is you roll up the parts that you don't want, and you kind of trim along the edges, and you can try and kind of round the edges. So right here, round your edges, don't leave them pointy, because if you don't round your edges, you might have a little bit more of an issue with the healing, and your application might not last as long. And what I'm doing right here, this has absolutely no benefit other than the fact it makes it look like one piece. So there is no actual benefit from adding this additional piece that I'm doing right here. This is purely to look better, in my opinion. That's just a personal thing. I just recently started doing that, but that's pretty much all there is to it. Binding with TransTape.